long-term athlete development is something that started with Sport Canada in the year 2004. And it's become the, I'm going to say, the template or the guide for everything that we do. So all of our national team programming, our youth development programs, everything we do, we run it up against long-term athlete development. And if it doesn't stick, we question, why are we doing that if that's not what long-term athlete development says we should do? So the first step was developing our overall long-term athlete development model, and now we're into the implementation stage.
Ontario Basketball is very aware of all the long-term athlete development principles. We're trying to do, we can't make any changes too quickly because it's a radical change from the way our system is now. At Ontario Basketball, our competition is almost 100% tournament-based. In Ontario, we're very fortunate to have a pretty developed club system, and at our biggest ages, which is probably the major bantams, 8th graders, 13-year-olds, we have about 100 to 130 teams across the province, and they're not all elite high performance. Some of them are just the younger teams, or not the younger teams, but the less skilled teams, the ones who are not playing for a professional goal, they're just playing to have fun. So I think in Ontario we're very fortunate that we have a pretty developed club system, and we would like to work a little bit more with the community centers and the boys and girls clubs, the YMCAs, to make sure that all those rec leagues also start to get developed as a house league, I guess you could call it. A lot of our clubs currently have house league systems, so a lot of the kids who don't make the rep teams do have another place to play.
We've really did a big push into fundamental movement skills, making sure that all kids are learning how to run, jump, throw, push, pull, bend, and twist, not just the basketball skills. So making them athletes first is a huge piece of our new coaching education. Teaching decision making. In our coaching education, it's all about decision making, helping the athlete decide, should I dribble right, should I dribble left? Not about running the flex offense. So helping the athlete develop those decision making skills.
We're trying to make sure that the younger kids have a better foundation of their skills, and then that as they get a little bit older, they progress through those skills. So it's to use a MacKay term, we're loading their skills and their abilities. So you've got your grassroots kids who are just learning the game, and then by the time they get to 15 and 16 years old, they're just a little bit more developed with the same skills. We're trying to develop the individual global athlete as opposed to a kid playing on a team where they're learning 5 different sets of offenses.
NETA is our Elite Development Academy, and basically what we've done is we've tried to select what we would consider some of the top high school age girls and boys, and they may not be the best players right now. In other words, what a lot of times I talk about is we have an awful tendency to select what I call the yellow bananas that are ripe right now, early maturers. Okay? But sometimes you've got to pick a few green bananas so that in the future you're going to have some bananas. And when you only pick early maturers, that's what happens a lot. The late maturers never get a chance to develop a play. So some of them are the best players right now, but others are the best hopefully when they're 24 or 25 years old. But they centralize at McMaster University, and they go to St. Mary's High School, and they're getting what we call it, hopefully is the ideal periodization. In other words, they're getting a general preparation period. They're getting all the proper nutrition. They're getting all the proper rest and recovery. They're really working on skills. And then they're peaking for playing usually with either our cadet team or our junior teams in the summertime. So that becomes their peak, what they build to, not towards playing in their high school season. And we're starting to see the results. In other words, you can see that the athletes are improving both physically, mentally, and skill-wise.